lying there. Look, Gabby, this is literally so creepy. No, it's following! It's following! No! Stop. Stop, please. Literally do anything. I will give you robots. I will give you...
I'm a doctor and we are performing surgery from easy to impossible. Look at this man, it's like he's a porcupine.
Yeah.
Don't worry, sir. I'm a doctor and I can help you out. This is very easy. Just give him a little spray and everything is good. Okay. And right. There you go. Put a bandage on there and that is it. Oh, it's a lady. Wow, we're going into her mouth. This is weird. Whoa, what you got over there? Hey, we also made $50. Ooh, is that a laser? No, wait, I got a laser. This is super cool. Let's go. Guys, leave a like on the video because today we're going to be the best doctor in the world. And I'm going to show you how to complete the impossible surgery and save everyone's life, you know. And at 50,000 likes, we're going to play this more. Hello, lady. Oh, she's got all those monitoring things on her. On this side, so they can measure your heart rate, blood pressure, stuff like that. Ooh, so this might be a very difficult surgery. No, wait, so that, run, lady, run. That's right, keep going. Keep going. Oh, man, I'm tapping like crazy. Why do I tap? I'm tapping everywhere. And she's helping. Ew, what is that, though? Oh, it's some kind of worm or something in there? Jesus. Oh no. Oh, ew. Oh, I have to rotate it? Oh, it's a nail. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that must hurt so much. I can actually feel my feet getting hurt now. We're gonna put some stuff on there. I don't.
Love can be said in many ways. Say it in a more meaningful way by getting a BPI AIA insurance plan.
Making giant watermelon faucets, so right now, let's go. You want it flat enough to stand up. Next step is to cut a 3-inch hole in the top. When doing this, be very careful and maybe even ask for someone else's help. Time to remove my piece. All right, confidence.
Wait lang kayo tayo yung Ha? Ano? Wait lang pero tanggalin ko sa TV. Ay! Ha? Ay!
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. There has been life on Earth for millions of years now. Some freaking terrifying, while others simply unusual. Lethal beauties and giant...
This is a tiny Lego turtle, and this is a real one.
Wow.
In this video, we're going to build a Minecraft beach biome using 8,000 Lego. I'm even going to surprise everyone by adding a real turtle and hiding his favorite snack. I'm on a quest to build every biome underwater creature in Minecraft. Last week, I built a fascinating axolotl Lucy. I spent days creating every element of this biome, from lava balls to hanging vines to various flora. I even added a real flowing waterfall. And at the end, it looked seriously close to the game, and Lucy loved it. But you all are very much missing out. So today, we're building an epic beach biome so he can join the fun.
Lego has never released a Minecraft.
Pwede kumplemento sa
The official set.
If we want this to be realistic, we need to make it from scratch. This is going to be really challenging. And I have a challenge for you. Can you spot these
Balik mo dyan ni
someone in this
Kailang.
video?
Ito ni
How to
Ace.
find shirts that cause 100 plus diseases? Mag-green cross soap. Sigurado.
But first, we need a game plan. We're going to encase the entire clear Lego with a giant Minecraft turtle.
Based on my calculations, we're going to need over 8,000 Legos. And at around 25 cents per Lego, that's going to be over $2,000.
But that's a small price to pay for Harry. I've had him since he was a tiny little baby. He arrived in a small box, and I instantly fell in love. Over the years, I've made him some seriously cool stuff. But Harry hasn't had a new thing in a while. It's about time we gave him a makeover.
Yeah.
I have heaps of Lego left over from Lucy's Lush Cave, but not enough that look like sand. We're going to need to order a lot more Lego. And while we wait, let's build Lego's only turtle set. This was
Di, correct mo. Hindi ka na ni color up ni...
But it's missing some key elements of a turtle biome, like seagrass and eggs.
Let's create a miniature version of our turtle biome so we know what we're doing when it's 15 times exact. I'm going to start by building out the turtle stand. Wait till you see the fish tank in the center. It's going to blow your mind.
We ran out of bricks to make the rest of the flippers. I just hope they come in time for the big tank.
Now for our tiny tank. Acrylic is really easy to work with when it's this small. I'm just hoping it's this easy when we make our giant tank later on. Turtle biomes have these little sand islands where the turtles come out to lay their eggs. So we need to build this for Harry. Now, this is looking pretty good, but it's just going to be way too small for Harry. But it is the perfect size for a turtle eater.
I give him 2 minutes to eat as much as he can.
Turtles are notoriously messy eaters, so this food bath helps us keep the tank sparkling clean. Time's up, and Harry isn't happy about it. But we need to get back to building. Over in the office, Adam is making great progress.
So I rebuilt the turtle from Minecraft out of individual Lego bricks. I even built an instruction manual just like real Lego. Now you know exactly which bricks you need and where to put them.
Let's get straight into the build and start with the base of the turtle tank. Right away, we have a problem. The Lego spine will need to support the entire weight of our tank.
Our tank is going to weigh over 300 pounds when it's full of water.
After a quick test, it's clear there's no way this Lego will work. Let's make a quick trip to the hardware store for some wood. This way, we can build a stronger base to support the weight of Harry's turtle island. I made this custom turtle helmet from Scoots. And of course, I had to wear a turtle shell.
I wonder what people are going to think since it's past Halloween.
I wonder if this could be a fish tank.
Somebody brought the work and won't work.
I need straight lines so our tank isn't cracked. Let's get back to work. I swear when I passed Harry's tank, he did a double take. These wooden boards are really solid. Each horizontal 2x4 can hold 300 pounds. That means I should now be able to support the weight of a leopard seal. Now that we have our stand, we can build the Lego up and around it. I'm going to create a special bridges to change the direction of our Lego.
And while I'm building, I want to tell you about Flip.
Flip is my ultimate one-stop beauty shop. With the help of their verified authentic reviews, I've discovered some of my favorite products. It's like having Sephora products, TikTok reviews, and Amazon shipping all in one place. This is taking ages. Let's speed it up. The Lego now hides our wooden frame. Right on time, our extra Lego arrives. Let's continue building on the shelf. Flip makes it easy to search for products based on things you care about. I only use vegan and cruelty-free skincare products because I know they're not tested on animals. Like Harry, my tiny turtle. How sweet is his little face? Our Lego turtle is looking great. Now we just need to build the head. And the best part, you can earn money from scrolling, shopping, voting, or even posting your own review. Thankfully, leaving a review with Flip is easier than this build.
Last week, I discovered the Elf Magnetic Mask. I unboxed it, tried it out, and left a review on Flip. You can do it too. Download Flip for free and get 30% off your first purchase using my code below.
All you have to do is
Mamaya!
that are mint to mine. Oh man, this glue dries really quickly and I think I messed up this panel.
Air bubbles like this aren't good.
All we can do is clamp it, let it dry, and check it tomorrow. It's the next day, and after filling it up with water, it's clear there's a tumor leak in the seat. This is not good. Hopefully my acrylic shop can help me fix it.
Pinhole leaks are tricky. It's going to need resin to patch them. Now, this isn't a guarantee, but it's
I'm going to use this special glue, give it some time, and test again. I'm really worried we won't be able to pull this off our hair. While we wait for our...
Mga lods, mag-iwan lang kayo ng bakas sa aking bahay at dumikit. Balikan ko kayo mamaya.
I didn't think these would be strong enough. They look awesome.
They have full range of motion, just like a real turtle. Now I need to finish our beach biome. I wanted to use Lego inside the tank, but decided to keep it more natural for Harry. At first, I thought I could make this island out of real sand, but a quick test shows that it won't hold the shape at all. Instead, I'm going to use these small sand cubes and build it up. And after a thin coat of silicone and 3 bits of sand, we have real Minecraft blocks. We have one small crack.
I really think this through. You can't even see inside the tank.
Let them do hours of hard work and knock down this side of the turtle shell so we can see inside. Sorry, buddy. And we can't forget the Lego ones. The island looks just like a beach biome from Minecraft. Just wait till it's surrounded by real water and a real turtle.
And since Harry is a turtle, he needs a bathroom.
This will be a little space for him to come out by the water and hang out. It's finally time to build our fish tank. I'm so excited to see Harry swimming around the little island. Look at these special things that look just like sea turtles. Hopefully Harry doesn't eat them. He has a tendency to do that. We can't forget about our Lego palm tree. And finally, it wouldn't be a turtle by... Lagyan mo na dyan, tako na dyan. Okay. Ha? Tulad-tulad ng tingnan mo. Dalawa ako naman.
This is a tiny Lego turtle, and this is a real one.
Wow.
In this video, Inside the chest, with Kenny in his stride, Aries is Minecraft Lego heaven. We just built a Turtle Beach biome out of Lego. If you want your own Wi-Fi kit, make sure to comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in a...
Ma'am, pupunta si Ria na nandito?
On day one of my fight in the war, I spawned into a trench in the middle of an active battlefield.
Mami! Ma'am! Ma'am? 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 Ma'am?
I had a gun in my inventory. Gunshots and explosions were going off all around me.
No daydreaming, soldier. We are at war.
We are?
Get the cotton out of your ears, son. If we don't get to Fort Castell within 100 days, they're gonna drop a nuclear warhead on Capital City.
A nuke? Oh no. We've got to stop them.
You got amnesia or something, boy? What do you think we're doing here?
Suddenly, our squad was ambushed. I fought as hard as I could, but they killed my whole squad. Oh no! I knew I had to get out of there as quickly as possible. As I was leaving, my dying commander shouted some final words at me.
Gonzo, you have to get to Fort Castell in 100 days. The fate of Capital City depends on it.
I'll do it, Sarge. You have my word. Leaving Sergeant Bell behind, I ran as fast as my legs could carry me and escaped into the woods. After running for what felt like hours, I knew I was alone. On days 2 through 4, the dawn had come. Looking around, I was painfully reminded that my whole team was gone. If I'm going to survive, I need to make shelter for the night. During my basic training, I was taught several skills in case a situation like this ever arose. First, I started by making myself a crafting bench, furnace, and a chest. I set it all up near a giant boulder I found to make the shelter building part easier. I didn't need to craft any tools yet, because as a soldier, I already had a standard issue set of iron tools. This makes things much easier. I knew these would come in handy. Next, I built a simple shelter around my stuff. I made it out of dirt for camouflage. As I was gathering materials, I found a strange alien-looking device in a cave beneath the boulder. Huh, that's suspicious. I've never seen anything like this before. I decided to stick the device in my chest for safekeeping. After that, all I needed to do was heal my injuries and rest up. Once I was rested, I would report back to Mother Base for my next instructions on how to stop the nuke. Just as I was falling asleep, the shelter was discovered by the enemy. They had dropped me from the trench, and they took me captive before I had the chance to react. No! On days 5 through 10, I was taken to a jail cell in a prison camp. All of my items and tools were gone, and I was in an orange jumpsuit. A man approached my cell, smiling.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, Private Bronzo.
I'm gonna get out of
Tadi,
here.
hindi
And when
ko
I
alam
do,
na
I'm
dapat
gonna
itigod
thwart your
mo.
plan to bomb Capital City.
See, lower secret plan. Well, in that case, I'll have to make sure you the cab.
Di Buya.
Prison can hold me for
Ay!
more.
I wonder what other information you know.
With that, the warden opened my cell and took me to a room in the facility with a pit full of alligators.
Tell me who else knows our plan, or I'll feed you to my alligators.
He looks delicious.
I have no idea. But even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. I've beaten up alligators before, and I'll do it again.
Oh, this guy's crazy. I don't think he's bluffing.
Fine.
He took me back to the yard and put me to work smashing rocks. He yelled at me to work harder for hours until I finally returned to my cell, exhausted. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. Days passed by, and it was the same thing every day, over and over, working and sleeping. I started to think there was no way out of there. On days 11 through 20, I was still stuck in the camp. Time is passing me by in here. I gotta get out and save Capital City. I'm running out of time. The guy in the cell next to me heard me talking to myself.
Hey buddy, Lonzo, right? My name's James.
seen you in the past few days, and I thought maybe I could give you a word of advice.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Try talking to the birds. They can be helpful in getting you away from
I think you might have been in here too long, buddy. I turned where the voice was coming from to discover a crow standing there. Whoa! Hey there, little guy. What's your name?
My name's Peter, because I'm fast and small and I'll figure it out.
Hey, tough little dude. I'm on a mission to save Capital City. Is there anything you can do to get me out of here?
I'll see what I can do.
The crow ran away and came back with a set of keys. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I'm still gonna need some kind of distraction or I'll never make it out.
You can leave that part up to me. Give me those keys and I'll get word around.
I opened up my own cell, then passed the key to James. All right, man, do your thing. On days 21 through 25, I was already about a quarter of my way through the 100 days, and I was still stuck. Luckily, the plan to break out was in full swing.
Hey, here's the keys back. All of the cells in our block have been secretly unlocked, and they're awaiting our signal to bust out all at once.
Okay, what is the signal?
Baby's gonna run into the middle there and start dancing.
Perfect. When we all get out, let's meet at the giant boulder to the south.
Roger that, soldier.
Okay, BB. Ready? Let's go! BB ran it. It started busting a move. Moments later, prisoners started busting out of their cells. They all immediately started attacking the security guards. And in the chaos, I broke out of my cell too. The enemy soldiers started opening fire. And in the commotion, I ran for the hills. On days 26 and 27, I made it back to my base, only to find a mysterious figure rummaging through my stuff. Huh? James couldn't be here already. Could he? I got closer to investigate. Excuse me? The man turned around, startled. He appeared to be some kind of kooky scientist.
Oh, hello. My apologies. I didn't know this place was still occupied.
What are you, some kind of doctor?
Yes, actually. My name is Dr. Evie.
Evie? That sounds like an enemy name.
Well, yes, I did used to work as a scientist for your enemy, but I have since defected. Now, I am seeking supplies to build a weapon that will help defeat them.
And what led you here?
Well, my tracking device picked up a signal that led me to this location. The signal seems to be coming from this strange device.
He pulled out the device that I found underneath the boulder. He must have found it in my chest. Oh yeah? You can keep that thing. I wouldn't really know what to do with it.
Your generosity is greatly appreciated. I've got a pretty sweet secret hideout nearby. Do you want to come check it out?
Of course I do. I followed Dr. Hebe to his secret hideout, and he showed me around. There were a bunch of really cool-looking weapons and devices.
Here, a little something in return for this device.
He pulled out a grenade launcher and tossed it over to me. Whoa, sweet. Thanks.
Yes, at any time you think of some tech you might need, I've got all sorts of fun stuff lying around.
So, what is this weapon project you're working on to defeat the enemy?
Ah, yes, it is going slower than I would hope because I am scraping it together, but I am building a powerful mech robot.
Very cool.
Yes, very cool. Hopefully I can get it done in time. It should be finished in the next 60 to 70 days.
Well, if you ever need any help finding supplies, just ask. On days 28 through 30, I returned to my base to find James and Phoebe waiting for me at the boulder. Well, well, well. It's great to see that you guys made it out okay.
Right back at you, Bronzo.
So, where do you plan to go now?
Well, we weren't talking about it, and neither of us really have anywhere left to go.
Oh, well, you can live here with me. Awesome.
Haha, we were hoping you would say that.
I need to reinforce the base and make some rooms. So I started by making a bunch of stone shovels and going to the swamp. I collected a whole bunch of clay, then fired some bricks in the furnace with some coal I mined, and crafted a bunch of brick blocks. I used the brick to reinforce the shelter I had already built, and made rooms for my two new partners. I then added spruce planks to make it nice and cozy. Finally, I mined a bunch of iron and crafted myself a new set of iron tools and an iron armor set. On days 31 through 33, my radio started going on. Hello? Yes, sir. This is Bronzo.
That's great to hear from you, boy. Are you doing okay?
I'm all right, but I'm sorry to say the rest of my squad didn't make it.
I'm sorry to hear that, too. I've got some good news for you, though. The enemy's called a ceasefire. Negotiations are happening now. So, you can come back to the base and maybe we can even get you back home. What do you say, son?
That's great news. But what about the bomb that's going to be dropped on Capital City?
Oh, they would never be dumb enough to do something like that. Sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory to me. Let's get back here. Battle's over.
But the warden of the camp confirmed this for me, that it was real.
We can talk more about that when you get back to the base, soldier.
There's no time for that. They're going to drop a bomb on the city, and I've got to stop it.
Private Ronzo, you need to get back to the base now. That is an order.
I had already made my decision. I switched off the radio and turned to my new squad mates. Well, team, looks like we're doing this on our own. On days 34 through 36, my team and I were beginning preparations to take on the enemy. While I was prepping, Dr. Hebe appeared to speak with me.
Hey, who's the nutty professor here?
All right, Phoebe. Meet Dr. Hebe. Phoebe. He's a scientist.
The crow is a scientist too?
What? No, you're a scientist. Never mind. We needed more information on the whereabouts of the enemy, so I sent the crow out to spy and see what info we could find. When that was done, I spoke with Dr. Hebe. All right, Doctor, what's the situation?
I've discovered the location of another important piece of tech, and I'm here to request your help in recovering it.
Anything to help the cause. He handed me the tracking device and showed me how to use it.
Once you get this done, I'll trick you out with something fancy in return.
On my way out, I ran into someone coming towards the base.
Bronzo, that you?
It was my old squad mate, and he was alive. Ronald! Oh my gosh! I thought you were dead.
They'll need to do more than that to keep old Ronnie down.
What are you doing here?
I heard you on the radio. Copy down the coordinates from the signal. The top brass isn't listening to reason. They want to win so bad they're not looking at the writing on the wall.
Well, it's good to have you on the team, buddy. Why don't you go meet the rest of us and get settled in? I'll set you up with a bed when I get the chance.
Sounds good to me. Hey, I don't know what you're doing in that prison guard, but I got a couple extra uniforms if you need one.
That would be great. On days 37 through 40, I was following the doc's tracking device to find the tech he had located. It led me to an ancient temple in a nearby desert that was being occupied by the enemy. This is definitely the place. I snuck around a group of enemies who were guarding the area, and I overheard their conversation. I can't wait for the bomb to drop in 60 days.
Yeah, they're never gonna see this war crime coming.
Suddenly, I accidentally set off my radio and alerted them of my presence. Oh no! Hey, you're not supposed to be here! The battle is over!
We don't our plan. We have to kill him.
Wait, no, it's okay. I already knew the plan. Oh, okay. Well, we still have to kill you then. They charged at me, and I blew one of them up with a grenade launcher. He dropped his rifle, so I picked it up for later use. I ran inside and started picking off the rest of them. Eventually, I blew them all up. Once the battle was over, I went searching for their stuff and found another strange device. This must be it. I better get back to the dock. On days 41 through 43, I returned to my base to meet with the scientist, who was waiting there for me. I gave him the device I retrieved from the ancient temple.
Excellent. This is exactly what I need. Here, take this for your trouble. It is a new prototype I've designed that rains fire down on your enemies.
Awesome! Thanks, Doc!
Be careful with that thing. I was pretty sleep deprived. I made it.
Now that that was done, I set up a new bed for my squad mate in the barracks. I also added one for myself. While I was doing that, Phoebe came back from his recon mission.
Bronzo, I have important news. I discovered a nearby enemy base. There were two mysterious figures there who looked important. I think they're the ones behind the plan and the leaders of the enemy army. The spookier looking one gave the other one some orders and then left. If you're trying to stop this nuke, I think these are the guys you gotta get to.
Great work, BB. We have a new lead. I need to get to that base and get some info out of that guy that's still there. But first, I'll need to do some preparation. On days 44 through 46, I was preparing to launch an attack on the enemy base. I started by testing out the new prototype the scientist gave me against some zombies. I ran in and started blasting. Whoa! A little unstable, but super cool. As I was testing, Evie flew over to me again.
Here, I drew up a map that'll lead you right to the base.
Great, thanks, dude.
And I've got another little gift I found on my trip.
Evie passed me a pair of diamond boots. Whoa, how'd you find these?
I don't know. I just saw something shiny and picked it up.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I knew that if I wanted to prepare, I was gonna need some food, so I collected some seeds and set up a farm to keep me and my companions fed. Bread for everybody. I'll be outside for a moment. I had to catch some fresh air. The mission ahead was a tough one to come. I don't know if I can do this.
Come on, Bronzo. Go faster, you weakling.
Sir, yes, sir.
Mercy. Okay, show me what you got. Ooh, heck yeah. Bullseye. You're the best soldier I've ever witnessed.
I need some sleep. I had reached days 47 through 50 of my mission, the halfway point, but I wasn't nearly as far along as I should have been. I was pacing around the base, frustrated. All that time I spent in prison really slowed me down. I was running out of time. With only 53 days left before they would drop the bombs, I knew I needed to make a move. I need to go now.
Are you kidding me? You sure you're ready for that?
Seriously? Despite their protests, I had already made up my mind. I don't have time to wait around and sit on my butt.
Just don't get yourself killed, kid.
I grabbed my weapons and some rations, then I headed out consulting the map. Now, where exactly are we headed? Suddenly, I heard a strange metallic voice echoing through the forest, but I couldn't understand a lick of it. I decided to check it out. If it was coming from enemy combatants, I wanted to be the one to get the drop on them. As I got closer to the source of the sound, I could make it out clearly.
Attention, Bronzo. You are directly disobeying orders. Report back to the base captain or court martial. Attention, Bronzo.
Well, if it's a signal, there's a chance I can turn it off. I followed the sound, but my cover was blown as a small robot on treads approached me. Hello?
Report back to the... Oh, hi. What's your name?
I needed to think of something fast. I couldn't let this robot know who I was. I'm Billy. Nailed it.
Greetings, Billy. I'm a military recon unit, or MRU robot for short. I've been sent to find and retrieve the defector known as Bronzo. When he is found, he will be brought to justice. Have you seen him?
Nope. Sorry, buddy. Aren't you a little too cute to be a military robot?
I can be very threatening when I need to be.
He didn't suspect a thing. He didn't even notice the uniform. I guess those budget cuts were finally taking their toll. All I had to do was casually end the conversation, and I'd be safe. Okay, I'll take your word for it, pal.
Thank you for your help, citizen. Please, move along now.
Okay. Good luck finding, Bongo, was it?
Bronzo.
Huh, right. And just like that, the MRU robot ended the conversation and continued on its way. Phew. With that obstacle finally over, I continued following the map towards the enemy base. From days 51 through 54, I had arrived at the enemy's base. Okay, let's see what's going on there. The more reconnaissance I performed, the more the odds seemed to stack up against me. 1, 2, 3. No, this place is crawling with bad guys. I'll have to be more strategic about this. I waited for a soldier to stray just far enough for me to sleep tight, big guy. I'll just be borrowing these. Looking good. I walked through the base looking for the leader of this operation. Okay, he must be here. Here goes nothing.
Hey, Jimmy. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, guy.
You're joking, right? It's me, Carl from Elementary.
Carl, buddy, I didn't know you joined the cause.
Yeah, ever since Loretta left me, I've decided why not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Loretta with the blonde hair, right?
Loretta had red hair.
Chaos ensued, and we all began firing upon each other. Eat explosives! You never stood a chance. Now, where was I? On days 55 through 59, I entered the main office, but the dude wasn't there. What? Where is he? Just then, I heard some robotic steps approaching from outside, and I went back outside to see a man in a huge mech suit. Well, that must be the guy. Who are you?
I'm just basically the leader of this entire base.
What's your comments, Colonel?
All right, Colonel, let's see what you got.
Say hello to my little friend.
He started shooting at me with his minigun, so I dove behind cover. Using my arsenal of weapons from the dock, I started chipping away at his health. After a while, he got frustrated, so he took out his sword and charged at me. Eventually, I was able to destroy his mech, and the explosion hurt him pretty bad.
Don't let
Cold, we're going down!
He fell to the ground, and I started to interrogate him. Tell me the location of the nuke, now!
You'll never make it, Dad.
You bet. Better tell me what I want to know, or else.
Maybe there's a difference between what you want to know and what you need to know.
What? What are you talking about?
Your friend Ronald, he is what he says he is.
Who is he?
You have to find out for yourself.
Ah! A group of soldiers came running to my location, but they discovered that I was already gone. I swiftly returned to my base, unsure what to do with this new information. Between days 60 and 62, while I was traveling back from the enemy stronghold, I found someone I did not expect. Or perhaps I should say, he found me. He sat me down for a drink and a snack, and he tried to convince me to abandon my mission and return to base.
You're putting me in a tough position here, Bronzo. I don't really know what to do with you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I just don't know how to convince you that there's no nuke.
Well, you can't, because there is.
To be honest, I don't really need to convince you of anything. I could just have my men take you into custody right now.
Oh, could you?
Oh, yeah, I could. But I don't want to do that. I'd much rather you make this easier on both of us.
Well, I'm not one to take the easy way out.
You're a smart kid.
I'm sensing a but here.
Well, you have to understand that I had some time here.
Well, can't you just make an exception?
I make an exception now. The whole chain of command falls apart. People lose faith in the system if some operate by different rules than others. A strong military relies on that chain of command.
I'm sorry, sir.
I understand, son. I was also young and stupid.
Then you also understand why I can't do this.
I do. Man, Caesar!
On the general's command, dozens of soldiers burst into the tent. Hey, what's over there? Later, I ran away as fast as my legs could carry me. None of the soldiers caught up to me. I think I lost them. All that was left was to get back to the base. We lost in the storm. Day 63 for 65, I returned to the base only to find more problems. Shoot, that robot is still looking for me.
Well, I don't want it here.
What's going on here, guys?
Hello, Billy. I know that you are Private Bronzo. Return to Mother Base for court-martialing.
I thought to myself for a moment, okay, I'll do it. Don't worry, guys. I have a plan.
Are you sure about this?
I looked at Ronald dead in his eyes. I knew I could not trust him. I'm sure.
Follow me.
I followed it for a while, but my plan was now in motion. Real quick, can I have a drink of water? It's gonna be a long trip.
Make it quick.
I filled a bucket of water up, and then, think fast! I poured it on top of it as he began to short circuit. This should stop him for now. Maybe Dr. Hebe knows what to do with it.
I can remove the robot directive, but it will certainly take a couple of days.
Huh, he's got my name on his belly. Oh wait, it reminds me of when I was a robot for 100 days. On days 66 and 67, Dr. Hebe was working on the robot. So I decided I should try to get some info from him about his time with the enemy. So, Hebe, tell me about yourself. Why did you end up defecting from the Greycoats?
Well, besides the fact that they're straight on evil, Billy is terrifying, and I worked very closely with him.
Oh yeah? What's he like?
Well, he has no regard for human life whatsoever. He treats life like he's playing some kind of game. On many occasions, I would stare into his eyes and see nothing come back to me, like there was no soul behind them.
Do you know what kind of weapons he uses?
Well, besides the nuke, his weapon of choice is his mega huge mech that he used to stomp out anyone who defies him. That's why I'm building this mech for you. It's the only way you will stand a chance against him.
Wait, you want me to pilot the mech?
Oh, yes. Didn't I mention that before? We're building the mech for you.
I don't think you mentioned that, but I guess it makes sense.
You are the greatest soldier to ever live, are you not?
Something like that. Alright, I've got one last question for you. Do you have any idea where he could be located?
I wish I could tell you. We know the nuke is in Fort Castle, so that is most likely where he is too. but the location is kept top secret. I was the highest ranking in his army, and I still didn't have the clearance to know that. On days 68 through 70, I was still at the Doc's hideout, while he worked on Bronzo Jr. Alright, Doc, this mech better be worth it. Ah, it is good timing that you would come back to me now, because I've located another device for you to recover. As you can see, the project is 50% complete, so there is still some work to be done. Okay, I think I'm gonna pack light for this trip. I left my guns behind in the lab and took the tracker. All I brought to defend myself was a combat knife and my sword. The tracker led me to a cave that was once again being guarded by the enemy. Alright, time for stealth mode. I snuck around the group with my combat knife, taking them each out one by one. I was even lucky enough to snag one of their pistols. Once that was finished, the tracker led me into the cave and deep down into the earth. I traveled through a maze of tunnels until I finally came upon the device. There it is. It was just lying there, out in the open, but it was being guarded by a huge golem. Whoa, don't see something like that every day. The big dude was tough, and he had some crazy powers. Luckily, I had the pistol I grabbed from the guard, so I ran around the cave, avoiding his attacks, and slowly wearing him down. When the golem was finally defeated, I took... device and made my way back up through the caves. When I got back to the entrance to the cave, I saw someone I recognized waiting there for me.
Hello, Bronzo.
Warden? Never thought I'd see you again.
I watched you enter that cave, and I've just been waiting here for you to return.
What do you want?
Revenge. When you staged that prison riot and escaped, you ruined my life.
Yeah, sounds like you need an ego check, buddy.
They took away my alligators, Bronzo. What am I supposed to do without my alligators?
To be honest, the alligators were a bit much. The warden charged at me, swinging his fists. He packed a pretty strong punch. I started to overpower him and knock him back against a wall.
All right, enough of this.
The warden pulled out his knife, so I pulled out mine too. Eventually, I was able to overpower him, and he fell to the ground on the brink of death.
I never asked for this. I never wanted to be the warden of a prison. When I was a boy, I wanted to be an accountant. I'm sorry for everything.
It's okay. Nobody wins in war. What's your name?
Warren. My name is Warren. There's a map in my back pocket. I'll help you find the location of the nuclear launch site. Please, take it.
With that, Warren died and dropped the map. Rest in peace, Warren. I took the map and looked at it, but it seemed to be only half of what I needed to find the base with the nuclear arms. I gotta find the other half. I returned to the Doc's hideout and gave him the device. In return, he gave me a crazy high-tech shield. Yes, it has a shockwave blast. Use it wisely. Oh yeah, that'll do. With that, I took a reprogrammed Bronzo Jr. and headed back to the base. On days 75 and 76, Bronzo Jr. and I were traveling back to the base, and suddenly he started beeping.
Whoa, what do you think that is?
Well, if you don't know, then I don't think anybody else does, buddy.
I gotta follow the signal.
Whoa, wait, we're in a war. We can't just go following random signals.
I think it means there's another robot nearby. Let's go.
Are you listening to me? Stop! I angrily chased after the rogue robot. Get back here, Bronzo Jr. We've wasted too much time already.
The love of my life could be waiting at the end of this very signal.
I chased him all the way to a cave, and then followed him inside. He ducked into another room, and I heard the beeping go to a solid tone. Did you find it? I entered the room to see Bronzo Jr. face to face with a giant robot.
Hello, I know you don't know me, but I think you might be soulmates.
Oh boy, the giant robot screamed a metallic shriek and started attacking both of us.
No, wait, why would you do this to me?
The robot began shooting deadly lasers. I had no choice but to fight back. Come on, Bronzo Jr., put some work in.
I'm trying my best.
I dealt one final blow on the giant robot, and it was destroyed. Whew. Okay, now we know not to just go following random signals.
But what if the next one is my soulmate?
Let's go. We left the cave and continued back to the base. During days 77 through 80, bad news arrived.
So, this is where you've been hiding out, Private Bronzo.
Uh-oh, I'm out of here.
Sir, how did you find me?
They use the tracking device located inside the robot. I'm here to get you back to the base before you break the ceasefire.
It's too late for that. Look, the nuke is real and will happen if I don't stop it.
You listen to me, Private. You come back with me now or so.
No! Ronald! Are you crazy? We didn't have to kill him!
He never would have listened to Hazen. Trust me, he's a fool.
Later that night, I made a grave for the general. You were a brave leader. You will be missed. On the morning of days 81 through 83, I was busy taking care of the base. While I was in the middle of it, Ronald approached me.
Hey pal, I'm gonna go grab some fish for tonight. Getting a little sick of berries and bread.
Alright, be safe out there, friend.
I will, buddy.
Ronald headed south. I knew by now that I didn't trust him at all, so I decided I had to follow him. What are you up to? I approached carefully and stealthily while keeping a safe distance. I watched Ronald pull out a fishing rod and do exactly what he said he would do. I thought to myself, everything looks normal so far. Maybe I should stick around a little longer, just in case. What was supposed to be minutes turned into hours, and after all that time, still nothing. Just hours of him fishing by the shore. But just as I was about to leave, something strange happened. I saw Ronald pull out a radio. Huh?
This is Agent Reinhard Schneider reporting in over.
Renault?
I'm beginning to suspect it process onto me. In fact,
the person formerly known as Ronald looked up from the radio and in my direction. I needed to hide behind the tree even better.
it's nothing. This concludes my report. I'm heading back to Bronzo's base before I miss.
I can't believe this! I was so disappointed, but I didn't know what to do. So I headed back to the base before Ronald, Renault, before that guy realized I had followed him. Back at the base on day 84, Ronald had returned shortly after I did, still wanting to keep an eye on him. I started doing some First, I built a little garage for Bronzo Jr. to live in and let him settle in there.
Thanks, Billy. It looks great.
Next, I hunted some animals and cooked them up. Then I harvested some wheat and baked some more bread. I needed to make sure my people were well fed for what was coming. Finally, I built a shooting range for my people to practice their skills and stay sharp. Ronald still hadn't done anything else suspicious, but I didn't want to let him out of my sight. I decided to ask Bibi for some help. Hey Bibi, I was hoping you could help me out.
Sure, Bronzo, whatever you need.
I need you to keep an eye on Ronald for me. I don't trust him.
Ronald? But I thought he was your best bud.
Friends can be misleading, Bibi. Remember that.
Okay.
I heard some frantic knocking on the door on day 85. What? Who could it be? I opened the door, and it was someone I didn't recognize.
I need help. She was captured by the Greycoats. May I please stay here with you?
I suppose you could be a nurse around here. What's your name?
Juliet. Juliet Monet.
That's a beautiful name. If you don't mind me asking, what camp were you captured at?
Well, I don't know the name, but it is just south of here.
Okay, come inside and sit tight. I'll make you a room and an infirmary in case we need it. I made Juliet a king-sized room, separate from the men's barracks, so she could have some privacy.
Thank you so much. I love it. If you ever need some healing, I can help.
I'll count on you, Juliet. Between days 86 and 87, I asked James to come check out the camp with me.
Do you think you could use some more backup?
No, we're okay, Ronald. I nodded at Bibi. He knew I wanted to keep an eye on Ronald. In the meantime, James and I departed. There it is. Looks like they're occupying an abandoned village.
Let's take them out quietly.
Nah, let's go guns blazing. James and I then proceeded to start blasting. Eat lead, you freaks! We unleashed all the weapons onto the Greycoats. They never stood a chance. Now we better look around for the other piece of the map. Just when I thought my search would come up completely empty, I found another mysterious device. Sweet! Dr. Hebe could use this. While I was distracted, a gunshot rang out in the quiet village. A remaining soldier shot me in the leg. James killed the soldier and came to my side. What happened?
You're injured. We gotta take you back to the base. Just hang in there, Bronzo.
The next days of 88 through 90, I stumbled in pain as I returned back.
Hold on, here. Hurry.
Boy, am I lucky you showed up when you did.
Don't fret. I'll take care of you.
Juliet nursed me back to health, and we got to talking. I've never had such tender care before.
I've never had the privilege of touching up such a strong man.
Say, Juliet, how did you get into this war?
My family grew up here. You never really had a choice when it came down to it. My father was a farmer. He's always tough on me. He wanted me to be strong, but I'm your friend now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. You're a friend now, eventually.
Sorry to interrupt, but we need to talk.
Yeah, I think we do. In the early hours of day 91, I took Ronald up to the crow's nest for interrogation. Tell me everything. He told me that he was a double agent for the Allies. Pretending to defect to the Grey Coats gave him an in. Now he's looking for the other half of his map to find the location of the nuclear warhead. A double agent? You lied to me? How do I know this isn't an elaborate ruse to get me to give you the other half?
You're going to have to trust me.
Trust you? Then who was on the radio with you by the lake, huh?
You spied on me? How could you?
Well, isn't this just the pot calling the kettle black?
I suppose you have a point.
I don't trust you after what the Grey Coat Colonel told me. He said you weren't who I thought you were. Turns out, he was right.
I'm here now. What else do you want to ask me?
How do I know you'll tell me the truth this time?
I didn't need to lie anymore. Please, ask me anything.
I gathered my thoughts and began further questioning. Okay, is your name Renault?
Yes.
Why did you shoot the general? What did he have to do with all this?
The general was another spy for the Grey Coats. That's why he was trying so hard to stop you.
Okay, next question. Are you in love with Juliet?
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Never mind. That was a strange question to ask. Sorry for doubting you.
Fine by me. Here, let's take a look at the map.
With the missing map finally acquired, I put them up on the wall. Finally, I can see the full picture now. Renault and I looked at each other. We have to stop them. On days 92 and 93, we were making some final preparations as a team before leaving for good. First, I went mining for some diamonds and made myself a diamond combat knife and sword. Perfect. Next, I went hunting for some animals and collected their meat. Then I set up a final group campfire and we roasted the meat together. All right, team, listen up. I need you to do one last thing for me before we go.
Sure. What is it?
I need you to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a Bronzo video. Also, comment down below what kind of video you want to see Bronzo do next.
You got it, buddy. Anything for you.
Wait, Bonzo, where are you going?
Renault and I need to stop the Grey Coats from dropping a nuke on Capital City.
No, please, you can't go.
What? Why? This is something I have to do.
You can't go because I love you.
I'll be back for you, Juliet. I promise. But first, I need to go stop this nuke.
I love you too, Billy.
I know, Bronzo Jr. I'll be back for you too. Don't worry.
All right, you ready to go?
Let's do it. On days 94 and 95, Ronald and I visited Dr. Hebe one last time to see if the mech was battle ready. Hey Hebes, how's that mech coming along? We're gonna need it ASAP. I'm sorry to say that it is still unfinished. I still need one final device in order to complete it. Oh wait, is this it? I pulled out the device that I found in the village. That's it? What luck? I'll get this mech finished up for you lickety-split. It took Hebe a while to finish the mech, and a couple of times we thought about going without it, because we had so little time. Just when we were about to throw in the towel and leave, the dog came outside. It's alive! I mean, finished. The mech is done. The scientists showed us the mech. It was awesome, blue and yellow, but it only had room for just one person. With that, we said our goodbyes to Dr. Hebe and left with the finished mech. On day 96, we stopped for a moment to test out the mech and make sure I was ready to use it in battle. Hiya! Take this, zombies! Take that, Grey Coats! And take that... Ah! That guy's big. I fought off the Ender Golem, and he put up a good fight, but eventually I was able to take him out. Yeah! Bronzo wins!
It's good to be back, Bronzo. Just like old times, eh?
Exactly! Except, now I got this mech.
True. Let's keep moving. The enemy waits for no one.
On day 97, we were following the map and started to feel lost.
Hey, you're going the wrong way.
No, No, I'm pretty sure we're going the right way.
No, that way is definitely wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Your face is wrong.
What'd you say to me? I'll show you wrong. I lunged at him, and we started fist fighting.
You're weak, Pronto.
Well, your mustache is ugly.
Whoa, that was way too far, bro.
All right, I'm sorry about that. But how do I know I can trust your directions? What if you're a triple agent?
You can't afford not to trust me at this point. There's no time left.
You're right. Let's keep moving. On day 98, we had 48 hours until the nuke launched. We arrived at the snowy area, where the maps led us, and we looked around. We searched and searched, but there was nothing to be seen, just a barren, snowy landscape. What? There's nothing here! These must be the wrong maps. Oh no. What are we gonna do now? We don't have time to go anywhere else!
Hey, hold on, Pronto. Look over there.
A cave entrance! That must be it!
The base is underground. It has to be.
We traversed deep into the cave, and sure enough, we came to a metal hallway, and we knew we were in the right place. All right, Renault, let's sing Capital City. On day 99, it was 24 hours until launch, and we were fighting our way through the base. We made it down into the main area, and it was huge. Suddenly, another dude in a mech suit slammed down and pulled out a minigun. Not again. I charged at him, while Renault dove out of the way. With the help of Dr. Hebe's powerful mech, I made short work of the robo-suit, and it exploded into smithereens. Ha! This is great! I turned to Renault and realized he was lying on the ground. Oh no! You're hurt!
Next time, tell the doc to make an extra mech suit. Huh?
You aren't looking good, buddy. Here, I can still take you back to Juliet and get back here in time. Come on, we gotta be fast.
There's no way you can do that in time. Don't worry about me. I'll be alright.
I'm not leaving you behind.
You're the best staying soldier I've ever known, Pronto. Complete the mission for me, alright? And,
Ronald! I mean, Renault! No! Ah! I unleashed my entire arsenal on the guards in a fit of rage and pushed through the missile launch site. On day 100, I made it to the control room, with mere minutes until launch time.
Hello there, Pronto. I've been waiting for you for, well, almost 100 days now.
Who are you, and why are you doing this?
Oh, you still haven't figured it out?
The evil mastermind stepped out into the light, revealing his true identity. Max, what are you doing here? Why would you do this?
What? I just wanted to play some Minecraft and blow things up.
Well, you're going down.
Not while I have this, loser.
Max then ran back towards his mech. Get back here, you goober! I got back in my mech, ready to give it my all. I'm gonna fight till the end. This is for Renault.
No, wait, stop.
This is for the sergeant.
Wait, please.
And this is for everyone else whose games you briefed. And this is for everyone that subscribed to Pronto. I did it! I finally beat him! But there was still one thing left to do. The nuke! I ran over to the control panel as fast as I could to stop the launch. There's so many buttons. Which one do I press? I was panicking. There were only 30 seconds left. I have to make a decision. But if I press the wrong one, I could doom us all. In my frantic scanning, I saw a big button on the side of the room with a convenient label. Oh! I sprinted over to the button, with only seconds between me and utter destruction. I did it! I disabled the countdown, stopped the nuke, and saved Capital City! Bravo! On day 1, I spawned in as a baby camel. Whoa, look how tall I am. I also have 4 hearts.
Hey, Camel, the race is about to begin. What are you doing?
A strange man started demanding things from me. Who does he think he is? I don't answer to you, buddy.
I can't see. I can't see.
I realized I had the ability to spit, but just as I was about to attack again, a scary figure started speaking.
It is time for the great race to begin.
Huh? Race?
What race?
This will be a race for the overworld within 100 days. To prove your ultimate mob abilities, there will be many challenges, versus, and deaths.
What? 100 days to go across the overworld? That's impossible! No one's ever done that before!
The first curse will begin in 10 days. Let the race begin!
And just like that, all the other animals began to race, leaving me in the dust. Luckily, one of my abilities as a camel was speed in the desert, which gave me this awesome dash attack. Haha, see ya, losers! On day 2, I was met with death when some wolves attacked.
Well, well, what do we have here? Looks like we have a little snack, boys.
Yeah, didn't we see some older camels up ahead? You lost, little one.
Huh? Older camels? They must be my parents!
You hear that? Abandoned by his own kind. Don't worry, we'll make this quick.
The wolves lunged at me with great ferocity. Ah!
Scream all you want. No one's gonna save me now.
He was right, but luckily, my dash attack also did damage to the wolves. But it didn't seem to work too well. I was just a poor little camel. All I could do was run, and so I did. I'm out of here.
Hey, get him!
The wolves would chase me across the desert for miles, but suddenly, something happened.
Water. We need water.
Yeah, I'm dying over here.
The wolves howled as they died of dehydration. Take that. Wait, I've got to get water too. I didn't realize it, but the scorching sun was beginning to dry me out. But luckily, my camel abilities were able to get me across just enough to find a small pond nearby. That was easy. Man, this race is going to be a piece of cake. But just as I approached the pond, it disappeared. Wait, no, where'd it go? No!
Foolish animals. Do not be fooled by the mirages of the desert. Following an illusion will only result in death. Out of the 300 animals participating in the race, 156 remain.
Almost half the animals are dead? Oh, I hope my parents are okay, wherever they are. It started to get late, and so I found a small rock to hide from the wind. I'm so lonely. On day 3, it was time I got serious with this race. I managed to exit out of the desert biome and run into a jungle biome to gather some wood for some basic tools, like a wooden pickaxe and sword. Perfect. Now, if only there was some water around here too. It seemed like my worries were resolved, as there was a small pond where other animals were drinking. Out of my way, thirsty camel coming through.
Get in line, bud.
But I'm so thirsty. I managed to drink all the water from the pond until there was nothing left and grew into a full adult camel with 10 hearts.
Hey, what gives? Ever heard of sharing? What is the matter with you?
I panicked, so I did what I do best. Look, a tiger.
There's no tiger around here.
Now, where do the delicious camel?
On day 4, I got an early head start while it was still dark out. I met some other friendly mobs along the way. There was a cow and a pig next to me as we were running through the jungle. So, you guys want to team up?
I think that's a fantastic idea, Mr. Camel.
Yeah, I'm in. With the 3 of us, we'll get through this race no problem.
Yeah, and I'll get to find my family. For the first time, I was happy. It felt good to have friends. Creeper! Suddenly, a creeper appeared, and before they had a chance to run out of the way, it exploded! Guys? Hello? Guys? I was left alone, once again. No! I realized in that moment I needed even stronger weapons and tools. If I wanted to defend myself from the enemies of the world, I went off to a nearby cave and gathered some iron ore, which I then smelted to create an iron sword, axe, and pickaxe. I'd like to see anyone try to mess with me now. Suddenly, the ground started to shake as
The Banana Bar. Real bananas and fresh eggs. Eggs into a yummy snack for kids to enjoy.
the voice of the Sphinx began to speak once again.
By now, you should have already crossed through the jungle and into the next biome.
Ruh-roh.
Those of you still within shall sleep forever.
The Sphinx suddenly shot a giant laser that burned through the whole jungle. Animals were dying left and right from all the fire and lasers. Oh no, the whole place is ablaze. I gotta get out of here. I ran as fast as I could until finally I was out of the jungle. Oh no, the poor animals. Why? On days 5 through 6, I was defeated. I had no friends, no food, and I didn't even know if my parents were alive. Huh? What's this thing? On a lectern that was strangely in the middle of nowhere was a book to my son, Bronzo. This book belongs to my parents. I began to read it, and soon enough, I started to have a vision.
Bronzo! Bronzo, where are you? Oh, we can't find him anywhere.
He must be around here. We can't stop now.
Wait, those are my parents.
You two are new. You must be so fast and strong. Stronger than these weak llamas I have here.
Please, sir, can you help us find our boy? He must be around here somewhere.
I have a better idea. Why don't you replace my dead llamas?
That's when he took out a sword and killed his own llamas. Wait, why would he do such a thing?
The first curse will begin in 10 days. Let the race begin. Huh? The race has started. Bronzo, where are you?
What are you two doing? We're going to lose the race. If you don't cooperate, I'll have to kill you.
No! Leave them alone! My cries meant nothing, as this was only the past, and I couldn't change it. Oh, Dad! I won't stop looking for you! The vision had ended, and I was back in the present. It was then that I swore to keep going in search for clues. I won't give up, except maybe now, because it's dark. By days 7 and 8, I was back in the race. I was chased down by some creepers, but they were no match for my spit. Take that, losers!
The 10th day of the race approaches, and the first curse will be released. If you are still alive, good luck.
Oh no! I gotta get out of here! I have to hurry! I ran as fast as I could, but then I heard a cry for help. Huh? Is someone there?
I have to win the race!
It was a baby turtle, no more than 1 day old. I don't know how to tell you this, but I was back in the race. I was chased down by some creepers, but they were no match for my spit. Take that, losers!
The 10th day of the race approaches, and the first curse will be released.
Take that, losers!
먼저 위에다가는 나눠내 전소만 입혀드리면
뭔데, 고스코? 어머, 뭔데, 고스코니? Ah? Ah? Kami dyan sa mga
hackers have been showing up. We saw PZ409 the other day, and then we saw PZ2. What if there's a PZ member in here right now?
Can you hear us? Are you?
How do we find out who's actually inside this thing?
Well, from what I recall, the old blueprints that I looked at years ago, there's got to be a microphone in here that we can use to communicate with whoever or whatever is inside. But that microphone is really old, and they don't even make the parts for it anymore.
Oh, there he goes. You know what Daniel does when he disappears like that for a second. Oh, there he is. We are going to do a live finger test on the pod, right? That can work.
I think I can try to rewire its brain, say, and hook it up and ask some questions. Maybe I'll put this in here. All right.
Oh, that worked.
Wow.
We're gonna find out who is living in this pod. Who's been living with us for the past couple of months, pretty much.
Everything through that window.
Yeah, I definitely like undressed here in the living room area.
Oh, leaves are everywhere.
Who was spying on us this whole time?
I'm sure who's ever in there closed their eyes whenever you derobed, Daniel. Who could potentially be inside the pod?
I know. Jason Fu, one of our subscribers, have been asking for this person for the longest time.
Is it Harrison?
Harrison.
Maybe he's inside.
Jason Fu, you may be correct. Although, maybe inside the pod is none other than my mama, Miss Gizmo, who I've never met before, so it makes sense.
Daniel, your mom's not in the pod. I mean, we haven't seen her for quite a while now. So you know who I haven't seen for quite a while? This guy, Preston. Maybe he's in there. Probably a really bad guess. He uploads a lot of YouTube videos, so he's probably out of Texas still. Anyway.
I saw the alley.
Ellie!
For some help with the pod.
We need your help figuring out who is trapped inside the pod, Allie. Maybe you can help us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey!
What is he doing here? Peter, you're not welcome here. I didn't invite you.
She invited me.
I didn't invite a +1 though. I invited Allie only. You know, funny story. I've never met Casey.
Yeah, it's my brother. And Peters, you already know my brother. You pretended to kidnap him. What's up, Steve?
How awesome a relationship you and your brother Casey have.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a good influence for my brother to become helping
Oh, yeah. We have a perfect relationship. Okay. Okay, anyway, guys, come over here by this board here. So we're creating a board of potential people who might be trapped inside the pod while my brother is trying to fix the microphone so we can communicate with them. So who do you think could be in there?
I think we're the person inside the pod. We heard them.
Yeah, listen.
Who's in there? Dude, this thing is a nuclear reactor. We can't even open it without it exploding, so we didn't put anybody in there. So don't move it.
Maybe inside the pod is the dog wizard. The guy who's babysitting Douglas, my dog.
Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it's the old scientist.
Joseph Greenstone.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Why don't you help?
Well, it could be this little punk here called PV Squire. I'm hoping that RM from BTS is inside.
What? Oh, gosh.
Okay, well, I have a theory. I'll do it actually.
John Cena!
Technically possible.
Well, everyone, I believe this should be all ready to go. You'll only be able to answer yes or no questions, but you can give it a shot.
All right. Well, let's begin then. Okay, Pot, answer me this. Is Joseph Banks inside you? What? It says true and false. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Confirm pumpkin. Doesn't even work. What is it? I don't know. Maybe that means they're inconclusive. Let me try again. Pod.
Inconclusive?
Do you know who's broken?
Casey, it's not working.
I think your guys' questions may be too detailed. Try asking it more broad questions.
Oh, okay. Maybe we need to play this game like the game Guess Who. You know, kind of ask like really broad questions, like their hair color, their eye color, their clothing. Hey, Todd, do they have white hair? No. So I guess that means we can take Joseph Banks off the wall.
It's not Joseph Banks.
Does anybody else have white hair that we can remove?
Yes, this dog.
Alright, Lizzie Capri's dog, you're out. Alright, I guess.
Okay. I got a question. Okay, Pod.
Are they wearing a green shirt? False. Whoever is living in the pod does not wear a green shirt. That means I can eliminate Easy Squire. You are not in the pod.
Wait, no. He is still an option. You didn't ask, maybe you should ask him to wear a green hat.
No. I think that shirt's green. Look.
He could be an option still.
Oh, gosh. Really?
Funny me.
His name is John Cena. We'll only hope that John Cena's in there, but I think if he was, he's gonna bust it.
Let me ask you a question. I got a good one. This will narrow the board down.
All right, come on.
Todd, is the person living inside you ugly?
What? Ugly?
Come on, Peter, white guy. This will narrow it down.
Yep.
Okay. Not ugly.
Not ugly. Okay, well, as I said, it does narrow it down.
Okay.
You know who we can take down right now? Who?
Short-term funds and monthly rates something soon. You can apply for a loan quick and easy.
Gizmo.
Wait, Miss Gizmo.
That's my mom.
What are you saying? Say your mom. Look,
Wait a minute. We never saw Miss Gizmo before. I never met my mom.
you haven't seen her. I have. You went on a date.
What?
Oh yeah, remember when you wore that mask and you showed up at her house for a date?
We knew.
No worries. Look,
You dated my mom. That's right. I forgot.
hold me through like I said. I can assure all of you, Miss Gizmo, she can be taken off the board.
The lie detector said that who's ever in the pod is not ugly, so she should stay up on the board if she said that she's beautiful.
Put her back up there. My mom could be in the pod.
Ignore my brother. So the pod said whoever is inside is beautiful.
Okay.
Are you the leader of a famous K-pop group?
Oh my gosh. The Peter.
They're beautiful. I know it's
False.
I mean, not again.
Again? You've met him?
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe you dated RM.
I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, they really are siblings, aren't they?
I have a question. Does the person or thing in the pod
Love dogs. Ooh, okay. False.
Oh, this guy.
Whoever's in the pod does not like dogs. It's not you, buddy. You love dogs. And we know for sure Lizzie loves dogs. So her down. Gizmo loves dogs.
Stay away from
We're narrowing it down, everybody. We're getting close to figuring out who is inside. Spiders for home feeling. Or any questions. Type your questions down below in the comments. You guys always help us.
Daniel, your turn.
Is the person living inside of you a bad guy?
He's not a bad guy. Alright, so we need to remove all the bad guys from the board. So who of these remaining characters is an enemy of the Spy Ninjas?
Oh! Horseradish is an enemy of the Spy Ninjas.
Indeed.
He made me evil. That's why we made that whole Comeback Daniel song. Although it was a good song, I wish it never happened.
PZ715, if you want this. No, I mean...
Well, it's charged with some weird chemicals, and those not helpful.
Didn't like the Spy Ninjas, Minnesota Vikings. Pod, the person living inside of you, you're in the mouth.
True.
Oh, finally! So, we can remove Mr. Beast.
He's not in there. He ain't wearing a mask.
You can remove Preston.
He's not in there.
Sorry, Peter.
John Cena's not in the pod.
Dang it.
There's 4 people left. One of these 4 individuals, do they have a British accent? No, they do not have a British accent. You don't know this guy's accent? Hispanic accent. Oh, good. He doesn't have an accent. Harrison!
My favorite part is just sitting next to you.
He's got a British accent. He's not. I'm sorry, Jason. He's not in there. We'll find him one day. We will find him. Sorry, Jason.
We're still looking for Harrison. We'll find him.
We will.
Well, in the process of elimination, since it appears there's only one girl, Pod.
Are you a boy?
It's true. Who's ever in there is a boy. Alright, fine. I've got it. Does their name rhyme with Easy Schiller? Right.
Clever boy.
Thanks. Travis.
You,
Not doing anything. Come on, Jason.
Down.
What?
Come on.
but we're so close!
Oh, we have 2 left. Casey, can you check?
It's rerouting and someone trying to get around the denying tray for the firewall.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are the values null or are they defined?
The other they're no.
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah, we only have 2 people left. I mean, it's gotta be the Cloaker or the PC killer, right? You guys at home must know who it is. Please help us. Leave a comment down below if you think the PC killer is living in the pod or the Cloaker is living in the pod.
Look at it again. It's moving. They want to get out.
Who's in there? Are you the cloaker? PZ Killer, is that you?
Don't touch it, Casey, how long is it gonna take to fix the microphone so we can talk to this person?
I'll try to work out the rest of the game, but it might be a day or two.
A day or 2? Oh gosh, we're gonna have to wait until like Wednesday or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm uploading to my channel on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we're going to talk to who's ever in there.
Ready for a kick bump?
Yeah. Spy Ninjas!
You can now send your defective hands without LVC. After that, you shall pack the product properly using bubble wrap or any packaging material. Go to the next LVC branch in your area. Upon arrival, fill out the mobile bill. Number given by the representative, and the shared price of the product. Once done, clients can now submit it to the LVC representative. That's it. No payment required. Once sent, wait for further instructions from Commerce Customer Representative.
I just created the world's largest working computer. And I'll also be surprising one of the most popular gaming creators in the world with it. A few months ago, Carl Jacobs called me with our biggest request ever.
I need the world's largest computer ever built.
And it has to work.
Bro, I played Minecraft on it so better.
So me and the team decided we needed to do something special. We're going to be building a giant mouse, keyboard, and computer screen system actually work too.
So you can type on the ground.
I'm gonna say that. Creating a 40-foot tall working computer would prove to be our hardest challenge yet.
I think we build it like a house and use 2x4s to frame it and then sheet it.
So we started by building test keys for the keyboard.
That's gonna be the top of our button.
I don't feel really confident about that, but alright. Now that we built our massive key, we need to figure out a way to have them bounce back up after pressing them, so I think we're gonna use these springs to make that happen. We just built our first button with the springs, now it's time to test it out. Although the springs lifted the button back up, we didn't like the motion that it raised in, so we decided to go with the memory foam layer instead.
But that felt really good. I just the important part. That's the button.
This is perfect.
We just got to the hardware store and we've got to pick up like 1,000.
We're going to go 25 2x4s and 10
Dito.
148.
Totoo, no, is, 30.